Most people can spot a rich person instantly. The car, the watch, the neighborhood. But what if that's exactly backwards? What if the people with real wealth often look completely ordinary? They live in modest homes, they drive sensible cars, they skip the status shopping, and quietly, they become millionaires. By the end of this video, you'll know why, and you'll have a practical blueprint to copy it. We'll cover 3 things. First, the habits that predict wealth. Second, a quick test to benchmark yourself. Third, a simple playbook you can start this week. This is the Millionaire Next Door, and its message is almost annoyingly simple. Wealth isn't what you show. Wealth is what you keep. The book's big flip is the definition. Not income, not lifestyle, not receipts. Net worth. Assets minus liabilities. Or, as the book puts it, wealth is the accumulation of assets, not the display of consumption. That single sentence explains a lot of confusion. Because plenty of households look rich while being what the authors call underaccumulators. High cash flow, high spending, high debt. And on paper, not much wealth. On the other side are prodigious accumulators. They may not look impressive at all, but they build net worth steadily. Here's the blueprint the book keeps returning to. 7 common denominators of wealth. Not lottery tickets, not a single hack. 7 levers, mostly behavioral. First, live well below your means. Not a little below, well below. This is the foundation, because every dollar not spent has a second job. It can become an asset. Second, efficiently allocate time, energy, and money. Wealth isn't only about money management, it's also time management. Planning time matters, budgeting time matters, investment review time matters. Third, value financial independence over social display. Translation, being free beats being impressive. If your money is trying to win approval, it's not building your future. Fourth, don't rely on parents for economic outpatient care. That's the book's term for adult subsidies. Regular gifts that fund lifestyle. Fifth, children become economically self-sufficient. In other words, family wealth lasts longer when capability is passed down, not just money. Sixth, target market opportunities with skill. Build wealth where you have an edge, where you understand the terrain. Seventh, choose the right occupation. Not necessarily glamorous, often durable, often boring. The point isn't that every wealthy person does these perfectly. The point is these traits show up again and again. Quick recap so far. Real wealth is net worth, and the book says wealth is mostly behavior. 7 levers, repeated over decades. Now let's make this personal with a benchmark. The authors offer a rule of thumb, a quick, should I be here yet, calculator. Expected net worth is roughly age times realized pre-tax annual income divided by 10. That's it. Age multiplied by income divided by 10. Example, you're 40, earning $120,000. 40 times 120,000 is 4.8 million. Divide by 10, that's $480,000. That's the benchmark. Then you compare it to your actual net worth. If you're far above it, you're closer to the prodigious accumulator profile. If you're far below it, you may be living like an underaccumulator. And the value here isn't a label, it's feedback. It forces the real question, where is the money going? Because if your income is strong, but your net worth is weak, something is leaking. Usually spending, or debt, or a lack of consistent investing. Now we need the engine. How do prodigious accumulators actually do it? The book keeps pointing to a boring superpower, a real budget and real planning time. Not vibes, not I think we're fine, a formal annual spending budget. And regular tabulation of expenses by category. It's defensive, and that defense creates surplus. Here's a short quote that nails it. A budget is the defense against wasteful consumption. And once you have surplus, the book emphasizes a specific threshold. Invest at least 15% of realized income. A pay-yourself-first rule. Step 1. Determine your pre-tax household income. Step 2. allocate at least 15% to investments, before lifestyle upgrades, before we deserve it. Spending. Step 3. Automate it if you can. Step 4. Review annually as income grows. The big idea is simple. Your lifestyle gets the leftovers, not your future. Example. A household earns $120,000 pre-tax. 15% is $18,000 a year invested. That's the habit, not perfection. Consistency. So if you want one Millionaire Next Door routine, here it is. A yearly budget, one main monthly statement for clarity, and scheduled money meetings monthly or quarterly. Put your wealth plan on the calendar, or it won't happen. Next, the book gives a very visual diagnostic, a place where people broadcast their financial philosophy. Cars. It's not that you can't ever buy something nice, it's that vehicles reveal patterns. The authors use cost per mile thinking, total cost of ownership, price, maintenance, depreciation, and they describe car buying orientations, new versus used, loyalist versus shopper. It's a simple 2x2, but the question is deeper. When you spend big on a car, what are you giving up investing? Because opportunity cost is invisible, but it's real. And the book's point is blunt. True wealth is not found in the costliest car. Recap this section fast. Budgeting creates surplus. Surplus fuels 15% investing. And big purchases, like cars, often reveal whether you're building assets or buying appearance. Now for the part that surprises a lot of people. A major wealth leak that looks like love. Economic outpatient care, EOC. This is when parents subsidize adult children. Tuition gifts, down payments, mortgage help, cash gifts, new cars, lifestyle support. The book's warning isn't never help. It's that support can accidentally train dependence. A short quote. Gifts that subsidize consumption rarely build independence. The authors show how it can snowball. More support leads to more consumption. More consumption reduces self-sufficiency, and that slows wealth building for everyone involved. They illustrate this with Mary and Lamar. Parents subsidize their lifestyle, and the gifts get translated into consumption. Private schools, new cars, bigger lifestyle. The wealth lesson is governance. If you help, structure it. Tie support to milestones that build capability. Education, skill building, entrepreneurship. Not open-ended lifestyle funding. Now let's make the PAW versus UAW difference unforgettable. The book contrasts households with similar income and completely different net worth. Bubba Richards is a mobile home dealer. He's portrayed as a prodigious accumulator, modest lifestyle, investment-focused behavior. James Ford II is a high-earning attorney, but he's an under-accumulator. High consumption, less wealth, same income band. Two trajectories. This is the whole thesis in one image. Income is not the finish line. It's the raw material, and what turns income into wealth is behavior repeated for years. Planning time, budgeting discipline, investing consistency, and resistance to lifestyle creep. Now zoom out to the long game. Where does lasting wealth often come from? The book says many millionaires find a niche, often self-employed, often in dull normal businesses, not always flashy, but durable, built on skill and market understanding. And the investing logic matches that. Invest in what you understand, where you have an edge. Here's the book's idea in one line. The durable path to wealth is mastering a niche you understand. That doesn't mean never diversify. It means don't chase glamour you don't understand. Durability beats novelty. Long horizons beat quick wins. All right, let's turn everything into a practical playbook. 5 steps. Simple, actionable. Step 1. Benchmark your net worth. Use the formula. Age times realized pre-tax income. Divided by 10. Write your expected number down. Compare it to reality. Step 2. Run a PAW versus UAW habit audit. Look at 4 things: frugality, planning time, debt load, investing rate. Pick one gap to fix first. Step 3. Build the budgeting and planning engine. Create a real annual budget. Track categories. Schedule monthly or quarterly reviews. Make it boring. Make it real. Step 4. Pay yourself first at 15%. At least 15% of realized income into investments. Before lifestyle upgrades, review yearly as income changes. Step 5. Protect wealth from the big leaks. Treat major purchases like a cost-per-mile decision. And if you support adult children, avoid open-ended consumption subsidies. Use milestones that build independence. Optional step, if you use financial advisors. Use the Martin method mindset. Hire advisors like employees, with checks, references, and ongoing evaluation. As the book says, hire advisors as you hire employees, carefully and with checks. Before we close, one important note. The book describes patterns and denominators, not guarantees. There are exceptions, and real life includes volatility and constraints. But the core message scales. Discipline beats display. Planning beats hoping. And behavior beats status. Final recap. Wealth is net worth, not income. Most millionaires next door live below their means. They budget, they plan, and they invest consistently. They avoid lifestyle inflation, and they structure family support to build independence. If you want to start today, do one thing in the next 20 minutes. Calculate your benchmark number. Then decide, will you move one step toward the paw path this month? If you want, comment one habit you'll change. Budgeting, the 15% rule, a big purchase pause, or planning one monthly money meeting. And if you want more book breakdowns like this, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.